Hello, friends. My name is Larry Oguntoye, the Inspirational. In this podcast, I'm going to be talking about being a lifelong learner, and I will be focusing specifically on how personal fulfillment can help an individual to develop the habit of learning through life. And that is the meaning of being a lifelong learner. Lifelong learning is the ongoing, voluntary, self motivated pursuit of knowledge, either for personal or for professional reasons. So, I think lifelong learning does not only enhance social inclusion, active citizenship, personal development, but it also, enhances self sustainability as well as competitiveness and employability. See, lifelong learning is very key and very important. It helps to position an individual and places an individual on a platform where he or she will be able to maximize every opportunity that comes his or her way. So, lifelong learning is a form of self initiated education that is focused on personal development. I love that. You know, there are so many ways one could develop oneself. But if one's mind is not open to learning, if one's mind is not open to absorbing information from the environment, then there will be no way for one to adequately learn what he or she need to learn. Okay, so why there's no a standard definition for lifelong learning, it has general, I mean, it has generally been taken to refer to the learning that occurs outside of a formal education institute, maybe such as your primary school or secondary school, university, or even the corporate training you receive on the place of work. So any form of learning that is outside this is referred to generally as lifelong learning. So lifelong learning does not necessarily have to restrict, an individual to informal learning too. Okay, so it is best described as being voluntary with the purpose of achieving personal fulfillment. Okay, so if the kind of learning you subject yourself to helps you to achieve personal fulfillment, then it is a form of lifelong learning. Okay, so but the means to achieve this could result in informal or formal education. So apparently, whatever the form of education is, as long as you open your mind to this, then you could be regarded to as a lifelong learner. But specifically in the podcast, I want to hope, you know, I'll be hoping that by the end of this podcast, you'll be able to see the connection between being a lifelong learner and the pursuit of personal fulfillment. See, the reality is that most of us have, ambitions, we have purpose, we have goals, we have interests outside of, our formal education and our official job. And this is part of what it means to be human. As human, we are diverse in interest, we are diverse in opinion, and we want to exhibit our diversity. Okay, so being a lifelong learner gives you the opportunity to be able to choose what you want to study, what you want to learn, and how you want to improve. Because naturally, as humans, we have this natural curiosity and we are natural learners. So we develop, we grow, thanks to our ability to learn. So I actually believe that learning is one of the characteristics of what? Living organism. Learning is one of the characteristics of living organism. So lifelong learning recognizes that not all of our learning comes from the classroom. Not all of our learning is structured. Not all of our learning is official. That's essentially what I'm saying. For example, in our childhood state, we learn several things: learn to talk, learn to walk, learn to run, learn to ride bicycles, and all that. As adults, we are focusing on learning different things: how to use smartphone, how to write letters, how to speak, how to organize yourself, how to communicate yourself, you know, appropriately, how to enhance personal and interpersonal relationship. You can see that there is this change in the things that we learn. Okay, so these are examples of everyday lifelong learning that we engage in on daily basis, either through socialization, try and error, or self-initiated learning. Okay, so it's good to put lifelong learning in perspective. So personal fulfillment and development, to me, they refer to natural interest, your natural curiosity, your motivation, and the things that lead you to learn new things. So whatever will enhance your personal fulfillment will lead you into learning new things. So people who learn new things daily or regularly are people who are in the pursuit of their personal fulfillment. A whole lot of people desire good things to happen to them, but they do not pursue it. Somebody said that pursuit is the evidence of desire. So if you desire personal fulfillment, if you desire great things to happen to you, one of the way to get that is to what? To be involved in learning new things. And that is the way to approach your personal fulfillment. So to be a lifelong learner, you need to know that it is good to learn for yourself and not to learn for someone else. It plays out even in official setting. Some people don't develop themselves because they feel that if they go on to enroll into new courses, they are helping their organization. They feel that when they get better, they are helping their organization. But the truth is, we learn for ourselves and not for someone else. And this is the basis of personal fulfillment. Okay, so what are the quick checklists for lifelong learning? Okay, if you want to know if you are involved in lifelong learning or you are a lifelong learner, check the basis of your learning. Is your learning voluntary? Are you taking those courses voluntarily, or you are being forced by your employer to take the course, or to take on new form of learning? Is it voluntary? Is it self-motivated? Is it self-initiated? Does it always require a cost, and do you want to bear it? Okay, is it often informal, or is it often formal? You need to check that too. Is it self-taught or self-instructed? You know, that is sought after. Okay, so what is the motivation? Is the motivation out of personal interest or personal development? So using this checklist, you'll be able to position yourself and know where you stand. Are you a lifelong learner? Okay, I'm pretty sure that you have been blessed through this podcast. In the next podcast on this series of talking about being a lifelong learner, I'm going to be discussing how one could adopt lifelong learning as a lifestyle. I'll see you in the next podcast. See you, friends, and take care. Bye.